When we were in government, we do go to banks, kneel down for them to beg for some money. Wike, when you were in the government, are you not still in the government? Abi, you don't know what government is. Olodo. FCC Minister Isom Wike has reviewed the dire financial conditions governors once faced before the removal of fuel subsidy. He alleged that he personally had to plead with bank managers for loans to keep Rivers State running. Okay, so Wike, you want to talk about fuel subsidy? I've already seen. Okay, before they remove fuel subsidy, you used to go and borrow loans. So are you telling us now that they don't borrow loans again? Because ever since the president even removed the fuel subsidy, the amount of money he has borrowed, Speaking in a media coverage reported by Channels TV, Wike said when we were in government, we do go to banks, kneel down for them to beg for some money. You kneel down. See the lie. Wike, see the lie. Sometimes when we enter through the front door, the manager will follow through the back door and run away. Because I don't borrow money be that. A whole governor will be waiting in the office of the bank manager. Which one be a whole governor? Are you not a civil servant? I beg. Today, because of the removal of fuel subsidy, some states are now getting more funds. No state is talking about borrowing again. But the whole of Nigeria is borrowing. When the president borrows, who is borrowing? Is it state? It's the whole of the country that is borrowing now. Wike, this man, don't be talking to us like we are children, I beg. Wike acknowledged that the subsidy removal was a painful decision, but argued that the mark of true leadership is the courage to make difficult choices that cause short-term hardship in exchange for long-term gain. This one look like short-term hardship. 3 years and counting. He said the results speaks for themselves. Which results? And that state that once had to beg financial institutions for survival money are now in a position where the banks are the ones coming to them. See the lie. Okay, they lie. Bloom Facility says, what's long-term gain in the removal of fuel subsidy? Governments don't go to banks to borrow money anymore, I agree. Of what benefit is that to the citizens? When you were borrowing and now, what's the advantage of it to the populace? Deception, don't mind them. And they are still even borrowing money. You should not tell us that one. The president is still borrowing money. See, tomorrow, you can wake up tomorrow now and decide that he wants to go and borrow money. So what happened to the first subsidy that you removed? I beg, don't mind him. Foolish man talking about the country. Akoso say useless mad goat. Faith Allah says, where you can't do now, Mr. Wike? Are you out of government? I don't understand. He said when we were in the government. The man too, you don't sabi anything. Olodo. Moro Foundation says, Wike, God will punish you. Tochukwu says, he didn't tell us how they will finally end up in your bank. Livino says, you have told a lie. Yes, now he's lying. Because most of turned state money to their personal investments. The money from subsidy, where is it? What have you achieved from it? Bise none, debt. Njoku Ansem says, which government? Are you out of government now? And you are busy trying to dictate to Fubara. Don't mind him. Jim Adelibia says, it is the money the states we are getting now that makes you stay put. Yes, that's why you are there. That's why greediness want to buy you. Because states are collecting money, you now want to be there, to be controlling River State, so that all the money will be entering your pockets. Only. Moscow says, the loans you collected and looted, even now that the governors are benefiting from the removal of fuel subsidy, there is no impact on the roads environment in their various states. The looting increased by 85%. I have never heard of any governor, exception of Governor Soludo, Governor Oti, Governor Pebolo, commissioning projects in their states, mostly in the north. Dayo says, no doubt states now profit immensely from removal of oil subsidy, but it doesn't reflect the quality of lives of average Nigerians because now then they pocket the money. Only few governors are actually spending the money on what they're supposed to spend it on. Ako says, you are a Judas Iscariot, liars, looters, thieves, buyers, criminals, thieves, APC government deceivers, liars. Mary says, campaigning for bats, he forgot that we all sabi the tricks. Todimu says, Tinubu took away the feeding bottles of the people and handed it over to the governors and the political class in general. Today, a lot of governors cannot give account of the huge allocations given to them, especially when compared with projects executed. They know which project they execute. Only OT. is doing well for now. If Tinubu says you are nothing but a liar, complete liar. DSM says big mouth, rant on, this is your time. Soon you will be forgotten. Akeme says ready to go on exile if your principal is voted out. At Chunaza says riffraff. John says Wike is wiser than everybody in Nigeria and the world at large. I pity him. You will rot in jail at last. Nigerians will confiscate all your ill-gotten wealth and our stolen money from you. Time will tell. Moses Patrick says, my friend, don't be misled. Don't you realize that Mr. President is currently borrowing on behalf of all the state governors? Don't mind him. He knows now. He's just lying. What used to happen was that individual states sought loans separately. Now, borrowing is being centralized at the federal level and the funds are subsequently distributed across the states. In essence, Mr. President has succeeded in centralizing the borrowing process, with many governors willingly aligning with the arrangement. This keeps the point firm while making it. Other Gwesame says, was it not the same APC government that you all said their cancers eating Nigeria? But the note was that you like is the one in the cancer. Your like is the one in the cancer. Okay. Padeba says, Tinubu reaped the people of the money to enrich the governors and the politicians' money to proactively secure the country and revive the power sector. Told him, say, God bless you. He took money from the people and handed it over to the governors in order to secure a second term and third term in office. It will not work for him. Adeyemi says, are you not in government now? Animal in human skin. The man no now lodo. Abraham says, look at this man that treated civil servants like slaves during his time as governor. I sometimes wonder what sort of people are in River State that one man can hold a whole state to ransom, even when he's no longer the state's governor. As in, Okpo says, Wike refused to leave Rivers Treasury alone because of the huge revenue the state is getting. Yes. Wike should also tell the world how we deprive Rivers State workers their financial entitlement to the tune of billions of naira. Lastly, Wike promised he would not intervene in the affairs of the state after his tenure as the governor of the state. You already know that the man is a big liar now. Why he's now taking charge of the state even more than when he was state governor? Don't mind him. Okachukwu says, tell us how much your monthly allocation on IGR was and how much your monthly expenses ran into so that we can prove to you that the money you guys were begging the banks for was not intended for the state but for embezzlement. Don't mind him. Michael said, what a fallacy. Can you go to the bank to beg for money that you did not keep there? I wonder. Oh, Luna. He's a great liar, I'm telling you. William says, the greatest liar from the pit of hell. The guy, they lie. To the lie. My listeners, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.